Hi, I'm Paige. I'm here at the Las Cruces KOA Journey, where I am staying for the week. And in today's video, I'm going to show you around the park and tell you what I thought of it. Okay, so let's start with a walk around our site. This is our site. See, we had plenty of room to park our 32-foot Class C and our two-door Jeep. Here we are. I'm kind of walking along that scenic path there to the right. That's a path that goes all the way around. But you can see Justin out there. He's working and relaxing next to the RV. We have a giant area for him to do that. We also have that giant stone table there that I was able to work on and relax. There's that gazebo that's shaded, and there's even that picnic table that's right over by the view as well. Tons of places for us to hang out, relax, even work, because we both work full-time while we're traveling. And then here we go, we're going down the utility side. You can see there's enough room to get things done. Not as spacious as the campsite, but you know, if I had to pick a side. Got the hookups here. We're in site 12. Yeah, nice big site, gorgeous view, lots of room. And speaking of that scenic walking path, here I am walking down it again. I'm going to show you the whole length of it. So you can kind of see these mountains here, this view. The neat thing about this scenic walking path is, oh, look at these birds of paradise. How pretty are those? So yeah, there's this little gazebo here, and there's a legend on the roof there. You can see the mountain shapes. Each one is labeled. It tells you what the names of all the mountains are as you're standing in here looking around. Got those chairs. It's kind of like a legend, so you can identify everything. Anyway, this path goes right by our site, but anybody can walk on this little scenic path here. There's that nice kind of gate there, and you can see out in the distance all those mountains. So even if you don't have one of the mountain view sites like us, this is available. And then down here, there's this little community area, all these chairs. Somebody's taken those two so they can sit out here and watch the sunset. See, I just kind of sat down for a second so you could see that. The sunset or the mountains or whatever. Very pretty. So yeah, this whole area you can walk down here. There's this path. And I saw a lot of, people coming down, having little walks. I saw some people walking their dogs through here. Really nice feature. And there are sites all along here, not just our site, of course. This whole row has these mountain views. Got this little staircase here. But yeah, this path leads all the way, basically right down to the office. And I'll show you a couple different views. This is from the upper ring, so this is from the side that's furthest from the mountain view, just kind of the other side of the park from where I was showing you the scenic walk in our site, to give you an idea of what the rest of the park looks like. It's pretty nice. Good wide roads. And then this is another row in the park. This is kind of the middle area between the one I just showed you and our site. And they do have some premium sites that aren't mountain view. This is a patio one from the middle area. Kind of show you what that's like. They've got this really nice table and chair set up and this beautiful grill. Okay, and let's look at some of the amenities. Let's start with the pool. Here's a playground area for the kids. Lots of fun stuff to play on here. And here's the laundry room. It's open 24/7. Got a machine that does the soap and bleach and softener, an iron. It's $3 to wash, $2 to dry. And one of the neat things about this RV park is that it uses both an app and quarters, so you have the option. You don't have to do one or the other. Everything's in nice shape. There are 6 washers and 6 dryers, which is honestly a good number for kind of a park on the smaller side. Great ratio, and it's immaculate. So this here is a shower and bathroom combo. There are actually 4 of these that are freestanding from the office. They're kind of up in their own area. It's very pretty, very nice, clean, big. And then in addition to the 4 units that are just like this, there's actually a larger ADA compliant bathroom and shower that is connected to the office, and that's this one here. You can see it's even bigger. It is quite lovely. It's got that kind of bench there, I believe, that's folded up against the wall that you can use if you need it. The drain's right there in the floor. That mirror is gorgeous. And they have a nice dog park. Check this out. I'm gonna go in and show you. So we're in the desert, and there's not much in the way of natural greenery other than the cacti and plants they have around, but they've got this nice patch of grass here they're maintaining for dogs. And they've got this tube that they can run through. It's a lot of room for dogs to run and play. They have the shaded area for owners to sit, and this hose and this dog dish, so if your dog needs a drink. And it's time for Ratface's review. Here he is, forging ahead on the scenic walking path. He was all about it. Now, I will say the one thing that was tricky about Ratface in this park is that he tends to like grass and the yucca plants, which are very prickly and not something you want your cat getting into, look an awful lot like his favorite hair grass, which is a prairie grass that is cat safe. So I had to keep an eye on him. But you can see he was really enjoying exploring and looking around, even if he was a little bit bamboozled by the yucca and the prickly, not safe for cat consumption grass. I had to keep on top of him. And we had a pull-in sight. The front window was facing the mountains, and we were able to open the overcab window to get the same view, which meant that Ratface had like at least 3 views of the mountains that were great. So he would sit up there and stare out there all day, really taking it in. He really seemed to like it. So he was a bit bamboozled by the yucca, but overall he had a really good time at this park. So one of the cool things about Las Cruces is it's only about an hour away from the White Sands National Park, which is one of the newer national parks. It's only been one since 2019. Prior to that, it was a national monument. We were able to drive out to there and get to see the dunes and have a fabulous day hike, which was really great. In addition, this KOA is in the outskirts of Las Cruces. It's very close to everything you'd want. We found that within a 10 or 15 minute drive, we could get to a really great shopping center that had multiple grocery stores, pet food store, hardware store, all kinds of good stuff, which was really convenient. Also, the park is only about a mile off I-10, so it's very convenient as a quick overnight stay. So you've seen the park. Now let's talk about the pros and cons. We'll start with the pros first. The first pro is the gorgeous view from our site of the Organ Mountains. And the nice thing is that it's not just our site, it's pretty much the entire park, because even if you're not on the side that has the views like we are, there's that nice scenic walk I showed you. As you can see in the walk around and some of the stuff I showed you earlier, this is the best working setup I've had outside of the camper on the road. We had multiple options. It was pretty easy to set up the chair and the trays and find some shade at various times in the day between the way the sun fell on our camper, the cottonwood tray at our site, all that good stuff. In addition, there was a nice stone table. That's actually where I am talking to you from right now. I have the camera set on it. And then there was a nice picnic table down by the Scenic area that was usable as well as the gazebo that you can see behind me. I had tons of options. I was spoiled for choice. I've never had that much area to work next to the RV. Very cool. The third pro is that this place is immaculately landscaped. You can tell it's been freshly renovated. I believe I read that it was January 2024, but it's not a surprise. The succulents on site look so happy. The cacti, it's immaculate. They're putting a lot of work into this place. It got rave reviews before, and it seems like they freshened it up even further. It is definitely the nicest KOA Journey that I have stayed at to date. The fourth pro is that breakfast setup over in the office. It's available every day until 11 a.m. You know, they had a good mix of things. It was really easy to go in and out. Sometimes, you know, RV parks will be like, oh, there's free breakfast, but it's kind of a hassle or it's kind of dingy. Not so here. It was on par with some of the hotel setups I've seen. You don't have the big chafing dishes full of eggs and all that, but you know, for a grab and go, really cool. The coffee was very good. And it was pretty easy just to kind of sneak in and get it and go on my way, which I appreciated. The fifth pro is that laundry room. It was really nice, wasn't it? You know, plenty of machines for kind of a smallish park. This park is limited in the number of rigs and spots it can have because it is up on a hill. There's only so much room, and they don't have us crammed in here. So, you know, the ratio is pretty good of washer and dryers for campers, and I was very impressed that they have it set up so you can either use the Pay Range app or use Quarters. I haven't seen that anywhere else on the road. It's usually Quarters or app. It's actually really refreshing to see a place where you can use either. The sixth pro is the bathrooms and showers were very tidy, and again, a pretty good ratio, and they were beautiful. The seventh pro is that they have a pool. Now, I read that it's not always open. It depends on the season, but you know, usually journeys don't have a pool. So it's actually very impressive in our travels whenever we find a KOA journey that does have one. I'm always impressed. It's kind of an extra amenity. And the eighth and final pro is that we're really close to Las Cruces. There's shopping nearby. I think it's a 10 or 15 minute drive to a really nice shopping area here that has a Target, a Walmart, an Albertsons, a Home Depot, pretty much anything you want. And we're only about an hour from White Sands National Park, which is gorgeous. And we had a wonderful time doing a day hike there. So it's really good for that as well. Okay, now it's time for the cons. Guys, I only have one con today. I don't think that's ever happened, especially with as nitpicky as I tend to be. So the one con isn't even a full con either. It's kind of so-so. And that is the price. At $70 a night, it's reasonably priced for what it is. It's not a steal, it's not a ripoff, it's pretty good. I feel pretty good about it. I'm not wild about it, but you know, they know what they got. It's nice, it's justified. For me, the price is just so-so, but honestly, I'm pretty happy about it. So unshockingly, the bottom line here is that this is one of my favorite places I've stayed. It's easily a top 10 park for me. It's been really freaking lovely, especially because we weren't expecting too much from this park going in, or from Las Cruces for that matter. We really only stayed here because it was on the way to our next destination from Big Bend, where we just spent a couple of weeks. And it's been one of the nicest sights we've ever had between, you know, the view and how immaculate it is here. 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching and for liking and subscribing. I will see you next week.